To begin with, now that I've covered the outline that I'm going to do, so I'll do with my first chapter, that is chapter 6, visual attention. So to begin with, auditory cues do not work in F1 as the engines are so loud. They generate up to 130 to 140 decibels sound. That is, you can compare that sound to a jet engine being taken off. So auditory cues do not work in Formula One. That's why, as the question you had, Brian, Olympic start runners have a gunshot where it's easily heard. So it's more than or less than 140 decibels. I'm not sure, but they're listening to it because there's no interference of the engine noise. So it's not possible for F1 drivers. Plus, the track is like 5 kilometers long, so there's a high chance the drivers at the back are not able to hear when the gunshot was shot. So they have to definitely use lights. There are actually two lights. There in the front, where it's the front row, top five, that can see the lights, and then there's one at the back, so that the back drivers can also see the lights because their vision might not go as far as the front row. So to begin with, I wanted to talk about saliency, and I wanted to explain saliency through safety car. So what is saliency? Saliency is a property of a stimulus that allows us humans to automatically capture attention without any conscious effort. So how did F1 master saliency? I would say through safety car deployment. When auditory cues are no longer in help for a driver, they rely heavily on visual cues. Yes, there's engineering conversation going on, but sometimes the sound is so loud of the engines, they're not able to listen to what the engineer is also trying to communicate at times. But most of the times, they're able to communicate with the engineers when it's like short and sweet conversations. So sometimes they cannot hear if the engineer is trying to say there's a danger happening in front of you. Um, Safety car is the best way. So when a crash happens, two drivers have collided and there's debris on the track everywhere, and all cars cannot go at the speed that they usually do. In order for the track to be clean, they need to do slow laps so that the marshals can clean the track where the debris is there. So when they do that, a safety car is deployed, it is a normal looking car which has two headlights on top, like they're flashing alarm kind of lights. They are yellow and orange in color. They blink yellow and orange colors. Um, it looks like a hazard light. It's very hard for the drivers to miss even in critical conditions. So when they see a safety car has been deployed, they know that they have to go very slowly and follow it by the time the part of the track where the accident has happened is cleaned. So I was thinking about the properties a safety car has that helps saliency, like that helps the drivers to um, get their attention as soon as possible to avoid the dangerous situation. So first I would say is the color. The headlights are yellow and orange in color. They blink sharply, and it is hard for them to miss that color because usually F1 liveries don't have that color. Like at least not yellow color. There is a orange color F1 car, that is the McLaren. They are the championship winner this year. But their F1 their orange color car is like mixed with like black and all sponsor logos. So it's like not that sharp of a color than the light on the safety car. The yellow wavelengths are very sensitive to our cones, so we are very sensitive to it, so our attention automatically goes to the yellow car. I was also going to say, when a safety car is deployed, it's to slow down the action that is happening on the track so that the track is cleared. So safety car goes very slowly comparatively to the high speed the F1 cars go. So the F1 cars usually go at 300 kilometers per hour, but when a safety car is deployed, they go at 120 kilometers per hour. So an F1 driver might misperceive or miss something that has happened on track with the motion, the speed that they're going at 300 kilometers per hour, but they can never miss an action that is happening at 120 kilometers per hour. I mean, we as humans also normal humans cannot also miss the action, something that is going at 120 kilometers per hour, as sometimes we go 110 when there's no limit on the road. So it's easy for them to track. They're like, oh, safety car is deployed. I need to slow down. There must be something happening on track. So once they slow down, another phenomenon is also the size and difference of the height. Safety cars are huge, and they're 140 centimeters tall. Yeah, 140 centimeters tall, around roughly. And F1 cars are 195 centimeters tall. So they are bigger, and it takes more of their visual field, so they know, oh, there is a safety car. So it's very hard for them to miss it. So these are the saliencies, I think, that capture the driver's attention through safety car. Now, I can show a video of a safety car, how it looks.
So we're going to get with yellow flags waving one more final parade lap around Monza behind the safety car. It's a 5th consecutive win for Max Verstappen. Behind the safety car, he wins the Italian Grand Prix.
Let's talk about saliency maps. So saliency maps, I will show a saliency map here. So to begin with saliency map, I was thinking saliency map explains F1 flags pretty accurately, especially the weather saliency map that has been taught in the class. So the farthest color from the in the weather map itself was blue color. And so to begin with, the blue color, even though if it's the shortest wavelength that travels in our eyes, it's the fastest. The blue flag is for it's like a backbencher flag. So to explain the blue flag, when the race is going on, the drivers in front sometimes are so faster than the drivers at the back, they actually overlap them. So when they overlap the drivers at the back, when the drivers will defend the drivers in the back will obviously defend the drivers that are trying to overtake them. So blue flag is waved at them so that they know, oh, okay, this driver needs to be let go because he is a lap ahead of me. So he's not actually racing me; he's way ahead of me. So this blue flag is waved. It's nothing. There's no danger. There's nothing. There's no precaution. There's nothing that dangerous that is going to occur, or they need to take an action. They just need to shift so that the driver is faster. Like, oh, okay, blue flag is waved because the driver is behind me. He can just go by. The second flag that catches the least attention is the green flag. I feel like green flag has a very low saliency level because it's just like, okay, you're good to go. You're good to race now. You can go to the full speed. Like if a safety car ends, when the safety car is ended, the safety car goes away. The green flag is waved. They're like, okay, we can race now. So it's like, it's pretty, yeah, you're good to go. Also, I was thinking this was my thinking when I saw like green flags and the grass is green, so they just associate with as a background thing. Okay, yeah, I have to just race. That's what I've been doing the whole race, so I can just go quicker now. Okay, so they don't have a lot. They don't need a lot of saliency level in order to understand it's a green flag or anything. They're just like, yeah, okay, we can go. It's all clear. And they also associate it as, I feel like they associate it with the background because there's green grass around. Yeah, so they just, I feel like they think, yeah, I can do what I have been doing the whole time. So the third flag that catches high attention, I would say, is the yellow flag. Yellow flag is when it's like take immediate caution, no overtaking, like maintain the speed you're at, but don't try to overtake, don't try to race right now because there might be something that has happened. Like let's just say a driver, he loses grip and he goes off past the track. There might be some debris or some damage that he has left on track, like his front wing is there or something, like oil on the engine or too much rocks he has taken when he was going off the track to bring it on the track. So when that is happening, marshals like need to clear it very quickly. So when yellow flag is there, the drivers have to take immediate action, no overtaking, just maintain the pace that they had. I feel like the red flag takes the most saliency level attention as it is like stop what you're doing. There's a danger ahead of you, so just stop racing, go very slowly, get back to pits. So I feel like red flag catches their attention the most because we evolutionarily also have been taught that, by red you mean stop, or by red there's danger, blood, we associate it with blood. So I feel like it catches the most attention because they have to be visually salient to see what danger is ahead of them. So I want to talk about visual search versus conjunction search. I have a very funny clip for conjunction search actually. So first, visual search is very easy when it's a safety car. A driver is able to recognize its unique features, as I've said, and the bright yellow lights. It is very different from the normal cars that they're seeing on the track. So it's unique and different, and it is visual features are very unique, so they search it pretty easily. Now, conjunction search. Every car, there are 10 teams and each team has 2 drivers. So there are 2 cars, total 20 cars on track. When a driver is overtaking a car, they usually don't know which driver particularly it is. So I'll show you a funny clip where a championship rival named Lando Norris was fighting for championship with Max Verstappen. He was fighting for the win. Even the engineer had a visual misperception where he thought Max Verstappen's teammate Sergio Perez was actually Max Verstappen. So when Lando Norris overtook Max Verstappen, he thought he had overtaken Max Verstappen, but he just overtook Sergio Perez. That doesn't mean he won the race. He just finished second. It is a funny clip, but just to show how we can visually misperceive, as cars are so similar, it's hard to identify, by just looking at them. It's hard for them to identify just by looking at the car. They need to look at the number. They need to look at the color of the top band, if they have a neon color or not. So it's very hard for the driver to identify which driver they're overtaking, because everything is happening within 1 second. So it's hard for them to register. But sometimes it's hard for us people to watch it too, to recognize which car has been overtaken by which driver.
What's the gap to Verstappen?
1.5. This is for position.
Confirm. Let's go!
We are sorry, that was Perez. Verstappen plus 20.
Yeah, confirm.